So you're a semi-successful real estate agent, at least in your eyes. And you're coming to this conclusion to get to the next level that we have to do video content. Ugh, I know. But you still haven't figured out what that plan is yet, and even if it's feasible or something that you want to do. Therefore, you're here on our video, and I'm glad that you're here. What we're going to go over is everything that you should know and why you should engage more into video. And even for us people that are rather reluctant, what that looks like and how to leverage it out so you don't lose time and you gain extra business and you help big time with your marketing and brand. If that's what you're after, stick around. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore here with the Whittemore Group here with LPT Realty, coming at you with some more great information. Whether you're a brand new agent, a seasoned broker, team lead, I've got you covered here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click that little bell so you're notified every single time we got a new video coming out. They always say that you are the sum of the three voices that you surround yourself with. Let me be one of those voices to help you get there. All right, so let's get into this content. Let's talk about the fastest way to grow your video content in your real estate business. That's the big thing here. And I'm not here to sell you on a brokerage. I'm not here to sell you necessarily on a system. What I'm here is to give you the raw data here of what you can anticipate. I know because I've done it, and I was rather reluctant to do it at the very beginning as well. But here you are, you're seeing or you're listening to me now on a podcast, and now I've seen lots of success with the system that I'm going to teach you. Now, are there other ways of doing it? Absolutely there are. But the ones that I know that is working is netting over $150,000 a year. And my common price here in our area is about $380,000. So you can do the math. It was solely from my video content, and we're continuing to expand, which is why I want to share this with you. If that's interesting, keep going until the end. All right, so what we've realized here, especially in 2024, is that video isn't really an option anymore. It's a necessity because people want to get to know you. They want more trusted advisor than discount broker anymore, specifically because of the 2024 change where we have to get buyer's agreement, right? We still always had to do it on the seller side. Now we have to get buyer's agreements. People are going to go with a more trusted advisor than just somebody they can pick up off the street and go after volume. So it's quality versus quantity now. And this is why we need to do this, because when people are going to look you up and be like, hey, do you know such and such? They're going to type it in online. They're going to do a YouTube search. They'll do a Google search or whatever, and they're going to look you up, and they're going to want to see some content about the real you, not the polished one that you'd see like on a commercial that's more corporate-y than anything. That's how people want to do business moving forward. Now, the issue typically getting into video, I know because I did it, I just didn't have the time. I was already working as hard as I possibly could at the very beginning of this, moving into a town not knowing anybody. If you want to know here, I'll tell you a quick backstory. So what happened was I was in the US Air Force for a while, and I did it for about 12 years. And then I joined in a guard unit up in upstate New York, in Schenectady, New York. I worked part-time with them, and it doesn't pay a whole lot. I was also bartending at the evening, so I'd fly, C-130s during the day, bartend at night, or go out of town, which doesn't help with relationships when you're constantly gone. And I also had a real estate license up there. I was trying to get that going. And I got tired of it, couldn't handle it, and I got recruited by another guy down here in the panhandle of Florida that was a guy that I used to fly Air Force Special Operations with. He's like, yeah, come on down. Anyway, I dropped everything that I had, quit the guard. You could actually do that, surprisingly enough, and then came all the way down to Florida. Now, all I had was savings. I was living in that guy's spare bedroom, and I didn't know anybody in this town. So I was working as hard as you could possibly work, running open houses, door knocking, circle prospecting, all the fun stuff that we don't like to do as agents. Now, if you're on here, you've probably done at least a little bit of all of that, and you found some success a little bit in there, but it's exhausting. The thing that I wish I would have known a little bit earlier is how to transition into attraction marketing, especially to strangers. How do we make ourselves more marketable to people? One of the issues that I came into as I was trying to expand out of that is, well, first of all, I don't have any time. I'm already working so hard. I really don't have any time. I don't have the knowledge about this, not enough. So I was out there looking for it, probably just like you, and I didn't have the skill set yet. I did have some creative skill set, but I didn't know exactly what to put and how to do all these different things to make videos rank. I didn't know much about that. I went on this journey and started following a lot of people around. It was called the YouTube agents, now Channel Junkies. You can look them up here on YouTube. And they've got tons and tons of free content about how to run a YouTube channel. And that was all long form content, which is a huge success. You can check out our YouTube channel. It's living in Destin-Fort Walton Beach, Florida. And we've had massive, massive success on that channel if you want to take a look at our long form content. But we also did one in Dayton, Ohio, which still is paying out to this day. And we have run TikTok, we've done Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all these different platforms that you're supposed to be putting videos on. All of this still seems like a lot, right? What if I told you that you can actually get somebody to do this editing, to be your director basically, and help guide you what you want, and have standard operation procedures that are actually proven, like the ones I'm telling you now, that you can actually hire somebody for $3 to $6 an hour to do this for you. Full-time or part-time editor, you can get somebody like that that's super, super talented, and you can look at my content. If you look at all that stuff, it's been by very talented people that live on the other side of the world. All right, they can do all of this stuff. That matter of fact, my first hire was in 2019, right? So 5 years ago of this video, and that person was a video editor because I believed in the system so much, and it has worked. As I mentioned before, upwards of 150,000 per year net actually came in. That's not gross commission income, and that was just from one source. So in any case, what if we could do that, right? Well, that's what I found. And I found this one company, it was called Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistant. It was run by a guy, still is run by a guy named Justin Nelson. Followed them, got into them, still using that company, truly believe in it. It's even gotten better since I've been a part of it. They now will give you that leverage in your business to get it away. Now we're talking about videos right now, but there's so much more if you get a free audit from them. So reach out to me directly. I can get you in touch with one of the people over there that I trust. Free 45-minute audit of your business to see which is best for you. But in either case, if you're looking for video, there's tons and tons of stuff for people that already know how to edit. You just have to give them some sort of direction. And do they have the direction? Yes, there's so much content that you could just put into a sheet and be like, this is what I want you to do each day. Tell me what to say, tell me what to do. And with the advent of AI, almost everything's done for you except for you to get out and get in front of the camera, just like you're seeing me now. All right, so where should you be shooting this video? We'll get back to how to get in touch with getting that going, but okay, so I'm gonna hire somebody. Now you can also go onto Fiverr and get those, but it's cheaper if you're gonna do this consistently, right? And that's what I would say, because you wanna be on at least the base platforms for your business. Now you should be on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Snapchat. Those are all the base ones. You can pick and choose which ones you really want to get into. TikTok is still there. However, that one may be going away because of the laws that they had passed here in the United States. So you may want to pick a different platform to go for that. But in any case, make sure when you get into most of these platforms, they offer you an opportunity to be a creator or have a creator account. Make sure you do that, because the biggest thing that you're going to want is to track analytics. What are you doing that is getting people to like you? Right? What are the different things that you're shooting? And that way you can kind of work it, or the person that you hire will work it for you. The simplest solution, because it seems very daunting, is to create a content calendar and go, okay, how often and where am I going to post? Maybe just start with 1 or 2 different platforms and then expand from there. What do I want to start with? Do I want to start with TikTok? Do I want to start with long video YouTube? That's what I did. TikTok didn't really exist back when we were really doing this. I think it was still called Musical.ly. You know, pick which one that you want to do and then start to expand out. And that's how you can really start to leverage. It's all about just getting into the space and doing it, okay? You don't have to look polished. Heck, you see me, I'm in a t-shirt right now, and this is what I'm comfortable in. However, if you want to be in a full suit, dress, whatever that makes you feel comfortable in front of the camera, then go ahead and do that, right? Make sure that you have decent equipment. Like I do have a ring around here to kind of help, because I'm inside of an office and I want good lighting. You see that I have a mic that's hooked up as well, but you can also just use your cell phone. Pictures that we have today, that's good enough, at least to start with. So you have all these different things that you can do. Now, most of the baseline editing software that you can find on your computer, you can do it yourself or hire somebody to do it for you. They can remote into your computers if you want to. If we're talking virtual assistants, they sometimes have that software and whatnot that they use on their systems that they have. So there's a lot of different things. Obviously, the people that have more may cost a little bit more, but we're talking $3 to $6 an hour, guys. In the big grand scheme of things, I was talking net, that did include the salary. And I pay my person $7 an hour, but that person does everything for me. What else do they do for me that's worth that? Well, they're basically my director. They know and can research the different videos based on channels I want to mimic, right? We say R&D, right? Rip off and duplicate. So that's what we do, is we go out there and rip off and duplicate these other things, put my style on it, and that's what we send out there to get business. Again, trying to get that content calendar built out so that we can figure out when we're going to be putting those things. The reason that that person is on there is because they manage the content calendar, they create everything, they put that stuff on there. So they basically manage my social media creative, all of it, and they edit all the videos. Now that's plenty for full time. If you're worried like, hey, I don't know if I got enough for this person to do, absolutely. Get that stuff out of your hands. Most of you that are watching this video make a good amount of money per hour, right? Like some of you probably hundreds of dollars per hour. However, some of these tasks, depending upon where you live, is probably a $15 per hour item that you're going to be doing. Why are you spending? Because you're a business owner, right? Why are you spending your time, which is worth $200+ an hour, to do a $15 an hour job? It just doesn't make sense, right? So why don't you go out and do the things that you do best, which is going out and doing sales and marketing and conversion and loving on your people, and leave this to somebody else to do at a fraction of the cost, that not only are good workers, but they're very talented and very loyal as well. Most everybody that works on my team is from the Philippines or in that area, and they're phenomenal. They're the video editors. English isn't always that great. The one I have now is perfect, but the last one that we had didn't really matter because they weren't speaking, right? But I do have people on my team that are customer facing. Just to kind of dive deep a little bit more in that, I do have an executive admin that does interact with people. I have CSM, or customer success manager, that helps me with all the extra stuff from contract to close and from when we first get somebody on there. We do have 2 setters, or ISAs as we call it in the real estate industry, where they go out and prospect for me. So the entire team is leveraged out. And of course a TC. The whole thing is just leveraged out for maximum success. And comparatively, the entire staff, if I was to build it out completely and pay them a premium, is maybe $5,000 a month for a full staff. That's pretty incredible. And that's with everybody to manage. But realistically, you don't have to worry about that. You're looking at a couple $100 a month, or probably about $400 a month, that will be able to manage this stuff for you. Again, that Sphere Rocket program doesn't just do this video editing, but they can do that. Either reach out to me direct with the information that you have behind here, or just go into the information. There's a link you can book direct. You don't even have to talk to me. You can get that information direct from them. No obligation, anything like that. I'll tell you what, if you're really interested in this and you want to start with YouTube, you want to start with some of this, and you just want to have a conversation, I do have standard operating procedures that I'm happy to share with you. And it's not just for your video editor, but for any position that may have sparked your interest. All you have to do is email me, which the email will be here. You can text or call us. Honestly, text us. It's going to be a lot easier to actually get a hold of me. You can reach out to me on social media. I'm happy to give you the links and have a conversation just to see if this is something that will go. All right. The biggest part here is, if you don't do any of the hiring, you don't do any of this, start doing video. Start taking the time to do it. Start attraction marketing. Attraction marketing is having people really like you and come to you. I'll tell you a real quick story before I wrap this up, and thanks for sticking around this long. But we did have a person that came from one of our YouTube leads, and it was a family that came in. And I remember bringing them in. They came to our office, they sat down, and then I remember the kids were just in awe when they saw me. And one of the kids, a little girl, goes to her mom, is like, "Oh my God, mommy, that's the guy from the TV." Because people watch YouTube on their TV. I was a celebrity. I didn't know what to say. I'm like Ricky Bobby. I didn't know what to do with my hands. It's pretty amazing to have that influence. Just think about working with buyers and working with sellers that already know, like, and trust you just from the video content that you've produced in the past. A lot of things that I do love is specifically about the YouTube content, that it's there in perpetuity. So you create it once and it will continue to make money for you for as long as you keep that up there. That's proven not just in my market, but when I was working in Dayton, that still brings in leads to this day, and I stopped doing videos 3-4 years ago. So pretty incredible, powerful stuff here. Get into video. But that's all I have for you. Feel free, we can book a 15-minute phone call to talk about the solutions that the Sphere Rocket company has. I've had so much success with it, guys. I would love to see more people have success. Even if you're in my market, doesn't matter, because people are going to connect with me because I'm me, and people will connect with you because you're you. If you're worried about that in your market, remember that, because there is another competitor, one of my best friends here, and he does the exact same thing and still has massive success on his side. Am I worried about it? No, because they're going to connect with him because they like him, or they're going to connect with me because they like me. We've actually run into some people who's like, "Oh yeah, I saw your videos, but I ended up going with this guy instead." I was like, "Yeah, whatever, I don't care." In any case, thanks so much for sticking around. My name is Tim Whittemore, here with LPT Realty, here with the Whittemore Group, and we'll see you in our next video. Take care and good luck.